In a post-apocalyptic world infested with zombies, called infected, who can kill you and turn you into one of them with a single bite, a young woman and a man marked by their past cross a world of dangers in search of freedom. But that's not all. She is the only one immune to the fungus transmitted through the bites of the infected, and may be the key to saving humanity. The year is 2023. A young woman is observing nature in the middle of a long-abandoned landscape. Her name is Abby, and she is standing next to makeshift graves where her friends and family are. Joel, in order to save Ellie from death, killed all the fireflies in his path. Along with Abby are Nora, Mel, Owen, and Manny. They ask themselves, why did he do that? Nora says she heard a rumor that the girl who accompanied Joel was immune, but Mel interrupts her and says that is impossible. They discuss this, and at that moment Owen interrupts them, saying that they should worry about the group. Mel asks what to do and if they will look for other fireflies. Manny answers that there is nowhere else to look since they were all there. Owen says that Ed's brother, Isaac, lives in Seattle and that he could help them. Abby speaks up and says that they will not do anything until they find Joel. Owen says that he does not have much information about him, suggesting that it would be difficult to find him, but Abby describes him accurately. She wants revenge. Owen says that Joel took the only car they had and that the wisest choice at the moment would be to go to Seattle and ask Isaac for help and, then, find Joel and then kill him. Abby agrees. Everyone agrees. Abby kneels in front of one of the graves and places a medal on it. She whispers the word, slowly. She turns to Owen and says that when she finds Joel, she will kill him slowly. 5 years pass. Ellie is fighting in a barn against a man who is twice her size, but she makes up for it with agility and technique. The fight is intense, but Ellie manages to overpower him and he surrender. It was training. Jesse is helping her train. She now lives in the city of Jackson, Wyoming. Joel also lives there. He is at home fixing an appliance when Dina comes in. She tells him that the city's pipes are old and made of ceramic. They are broken and they need someone who can fix them. Dina takes the opportunity to ask Joel to teach her how to fix them like he does. He shows her how and where to fix them. She pays attention, but it was all a trap. She wanted to ask why Ellie is angry with him. He believes that they are living a new experience for both of them. After all, his daughter is not yet Ellie's age and Ellie did not have a father. He believes that no one gets along with their parents at that age. He also admits to being overprotective, but he really doesn't know what he did to irritate her so much. He ends by telling Dina what to do with the old pipes. Outside the city, Ellie and Tommy practice shooting zombies from a long distance. She does well and manages to hit them. They comment on how many zombies are walking around. Tommy tells them to go back because he wants to send a patrol to check the surroundings. Ellie volunteers to go, but Tommy says he'll put her at the city gate. Ellie complains and says the job is useless. Tommy confesses that Joel asked him to put her off the patrol for a while. She says that she's of legal age now and that Joel doesn't order her around anymore. Besides, she doesn't need to worry about being bitten because she's immune. Tommy asks her not to mention it and that they agreed never to talk about it. Ellie yells that she's already been bitten by a zombie and she's immune. She insists that she wants to stay on patrol. He gives in and lets her continue, going against his brother's request. Back in the city, Joel talks to Maria about some repairs the city needs. Maria emphasizes that they need to move faster with the work. Many refugees from other lands have been seeking shelter in Jackson and the city is becoming too small for so many people. Joel says that bringing so many people into the city is a mistake. There is no way to clear so much space at once. Before taking care of the outsiders, they need to take care of their own, otherwise they will end up not helping anyone. At that moment Tommy arrives, but Joel was already leaving. Before leaving, Maria tells him that he was also a refugee. Joel leaves. He goes straight to Gail's house. She is his psychotherapist. They start a conversation. Joel says that he followed her advice and stayed away from Ellie. However, she does not even greet him. He comments on how Dina treats him with respect, as if he were her father, and talks about the difference between Ellie and her. Gail suggests that Joel tell the truth. She thinks he is hiding something. People are only able to overcome something if they come clean, but people are afraid. She follows her own advice and throws in Joel's face that he killed her husband, Eugene, and she hates him for it. She tried to forgive him, but she couldn't, even though she knows he had no choice and she feels a lot of hate for that. Now she says it's his turn to say what he's afraid of. Regardless of what it is and how bad it was, she will help him. She asks if he hurt her and he says no. She asks him what happened then. He gets up, says he saved her and leaves. At home, Ellie is minding her own business when Dina comes to visit her. She went to call Ellie to patrol. They go out and get their horses. Outside, Jesse tells them the patrol mission for a new route. He asks them to be very careful because there are reports of new infected people outside the city. He sets the rules before they leave and says that Kat is the leader of the patrol and lets them go. On the way, Dina asks if Ellie is going to the New Year's party tonight and if she's going with anyone. Ellie says she is, but that she wouldn't go with anyone. Dina suggests going with Kat, after all they used to hang out, but Ellie refuses. Dina says that if she wants she can go with her. Ellie asks if Dina and Jesse broke up and she says yes. At that moment, Kat stops the patrol. There were trails of blood on the path. Without blinking, Ellie and Dina follow the trail against Kat's will. At the end of the trail, they find a dead bear and some infected. Apparently, the bear and the infected killed each other in an unprecedented fierce battle. At least one of them seems to have survived the confrontation. Ellie and Dina decide to go in and explore the place. There they realize that there were at least 2 infected in the place. They make a plan to kill the creature and split up. Ellie attracts the attention of one of them. She approaches and jumps on the infected and strikes several blows to its neck with her knife. Soon after thinking that the danger had passed, the floor gives way and Ellie falls to a lower floor. The place is completely abandoned and locked, and the only way out seems to be the way she came in. While Dina goes to look for something to get Ellie out of there, she looks around and explores the place. When suddenly she hears something. She gets scared and looks around carefully. Something is lurking. An infected is hunting her. The creature appears behind Ellie, but does not attack. Ellie runs after the infected, but it hides. The creature seems to be more intelligent than the other infected and, like Ellie, acts cautiously. It lures Ellie and when it has the opportunity, the infected attacks her. The two fight intensely, but the infected is too strong and ends up biting Ellie. Finally, she manages to draw her gun and kills the infected. At that moment, Dina arrives on the lower floor and goes to help Ellie. She finds Ellie on the floor and the infected shot next to her. Back in the city, the council meets to hear what Ellie and Dina have to say about what they saw on patrol. Ellie reports that the infected was intelligent. She acted calmly, planned, lured, stalked, and attacked Ellie. They discuss the situation and release them both. The council debates in private about what they heard. Maria says she has a bad feeling. They state their opinions, but with only a few hours left until New Year's Eve, they end the meeting. At home, Ellie has to disguise the scar from the infected woman's bite and uses her knife to make a scar over the current one. No one in town other than Joel and Tommy knows that Ellie is immune. Later, Joel goes to visit her. He went to ask if she's going to the event later. Ellie says she's not sure yet. Joel sees Ellie's guitar lying in the corner. He picks it up, says he'll fix it, and leaves. At the New Year's Eve party, Ellie watches from the corner as Dina dances and has fun. She smiles and exudes charisma. Jesse shows up and talks to Ellie. He also watches Dina. Ellie says she'll give them 2 weeks to get back together, but he says it won't happen. Ellie asks why, but at that moment Dina appears and asks Ellie to dance. They talk and dance very closely. The atmosphere seems romantic and Dina approaches Ellie. Gina seems to want something more from Ellie. They look at each other and kiss. At that moment, Seth interrupts the two and says that it is a family event and they are in a church. Dina apologizes and does not argue. She pulls Ellie and they leave. But he insults them by calling them dykes. Joel appears out of nowhere and pushes Seth away. Maria takes Seth out of the church. Ellie fights with Joel for what he did. She says that she does not need his help and he leaves. Later, she returns home and Joel is on the porch with his guitar. They look at each other, but Ellie does not speak to him and goes inside the house. In the next scene in another part of the city, where they were fixing the city's pipes, it is noted that the infective fungus is spreading through the old plumbing. Also, in the forest, Abby and the wolves approach Jackson. Their mission? Kill Joel. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. It really helps the channel to continue bringing stories like this. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe now and activate the bell so you don't miss anything. And tell me in the comments, would you have the courage to go through this world with Joel and Ellie? See you in the next video.